have you subscribed yet? Before this video starts, all you've got to do is take 2 seconds of your time. If you haven't already, subscribe. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching around the world. This is oneWAYfootball, and today is Matchweek Madness, bringing you all the past games that have just gone throughout the weekend. Much to talk about, and our predictions as well, which we'll get on to a little bit later. Today, our special guest is Izzy, the West Ham fan himself. How are we doing, Izzy? How are you doing, mate?
Irons. I could be better, mate. I could be better. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, we've only got Chelsea tomorrow, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
let's see what
we will
happens.
get to that game very shortly. Before we start, I mean, a lot of us probably heard the news that was going around everywhere. Massive news. And it was about Kai Havertz getting an injury. I mean, I can't believe it. You know, Kai Havertz, it's unbelievable. Um, and well, the actual news was that it was Eze. Arsenal did sweep Eze from underneath Tottenham's feet. Johnny, just a quick one. How are you feeling about this one? Because I know we talked over the phone, and you know, by the sounds of it, you wasn't very happy with. I mean, the player and the Levy.
I think it doesn't matter who the player was, whether he's good or bad. You know, the fact he's gone to you. I think there's a lot of dirty dealing going on here, to be honest. I think this is already a done deal from before. He's an Arsenal fan. He played for them at youth level. They couldn't have fancied him that much at youth level if they let him go. But anyway, that's another story. But look, end of the day, you're welcome to him.
I mean, did you really need him? I mean, let's have a little chat about it, because
we don't know Maddison, have we?
you just beat Burnley 3-0 at the weekend.
Come on, let's look, James. Look, end of the day, we do need number 10 because Maddison's injured, right? And it's the whole thing just smells of Daniel Levy, doesn't it? Let's be bloody honest about it. The whole thing it just smells of raw onions with him every time. And
every time we have dinner, you can smell it.
You smell the onions. Yeah. Levy, time and time again, does this. Dilly-daddies, doesn't put his money where his mouth is. I heard a rumour that Steve Parish, the Palace chairman, was not too pleasant about him at the Chelsea game at the weekend. He was overheard basically laughing at Daniel Levy. Nobody really wants to deal with him because he goes in with, you know, a bag full of coppers. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And when does this end? He came out with a statement last week on the overlap, and he said, we want to compete in the Champions League and the Premier League. We want to win the Champions League and win the Premier League. Well, that's fine. You've got to buy the players. You've got to compete. And he ain't.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm surprised that you know, Spurs fans aren't ringing up the Forest chairman asking him, is this okay? Like, you know, the way this has been dealt with.
Well, yeah, that's another story, isn't it? But yeah, we've gone in for Gibbs White, haven't got him. We've gone for Eze, haven't got him. I'm hearing rumours now, Morgan Rogers, Buck Rogers, Roger Daltrey. I don't bloody know. I give up. I've learned now as a Tottenham fan, and I think this for most Premier League sides, until they're holding that shirt up on the official website, there's no point getting excited about it.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, all these in the nose, they know nothing.
It must be frustrating coming from a Tottenham fan to be like that, to see it, that you've just won a trophy, you are champions of Europe, and then you can't do business. It's ridiculous.
We can do business if it wasn't for the poison dwarf in charge, Daniel Levy, because he's the one that is pulling the strings. So, you know, he's like he works in a Turkish bazaar, doesn't he? He's like he's selling towels and haggling all the time. I mean, enough's enough. I'm fed up with talking about it every year, James, to be honest.
But listen, look, we've got the West Ham fan on. You've got Kudus. I mean, what more could you ask for? You know.
Well,
how many goals did Kudus score? Izzy last season? Do you know?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it wasn't very good. But as I said before, they got a good player. He assisted twice, I think, for Tottenham against Burnley at the weekend. And I mean, I don't know how well he played, but as I said before, he had a bad season, but a lot of our players did. And they got a good player for a good price, in my opinion. And yeah, I just think that he proved it in one game. I know it's Burnley, but I think you'll just see more of him, more effort from him, because he ain't playing for us anymore, really. But that's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, let's talk about West Ham's game at the weekend. Was
Uh,
there much to talk about? I mean, Sunderland. I know newly promoted teams are very hard to play when they first come up, but Sunderland. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the game that Sunderland were going to batter us like 3-0?
well,
Did
in
you
the
think
soccer,
this?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a bit tricky to talk about. I watched the game. First half we played well, and the second half was just a capitulation. Like it was ridiculous how, and the scoreline kind of tells one story. I don't know how many people actually watched the game, but we did all right in the first half. But of course, that's all forgotten about. We're the Premier League team. They've just come up. They've got a 3-0 win against us. Two of the goals were headers. Third goal was a keeping howler. I don't judge him too harshly for that. It happens, but I had no doubts we would not win that game. I think I called it a draw on your show last time, and I said it'd be difficult. These promoted teams like Leeds, they're going to be up for it, and if you ain't going to compete with a little bit of like effort and creativity and just outgoing forward thinking, you're gonna get found out. And the second half was a prime example of that, I thought.
I was just hoping that Shaka was going to score, but that's just
Well, he played well, but this is the thing. You get a player like him, just boss. It reminded me of a little bit of Pirlo when Pirlo played against England many years ago. You know, the player's old and he's kind of bossing the game because he's got the mentality. He's played in that position, and all the other players just look a bit like they don't know what's going on. We've got one of the slowest midfields in the league, and as I said before, you know, I can't tolerate the lack of preparation which we've gone into the season with. We're looking at Chelsea tomorrow, as I said before. We still don't have the midfield sorted. What other business or world would any football team or any company go into like the start of something without having their ducks in a row? It beggars belief, and that's the big thing I can't kind of get over at the moment. And I think a lot of the fans feel the same.
Johnny, I know your feelings, Johnny, on West Ham.
No. I want to ask this genuine question to Izzy, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
When Tottenham moved into the stadium, it took a while to bed in, and you know it's still not quite right with the atmosphere. Can I just ask what your feelings are on Stratford, where you are, because the layout is it's all over the place, and I know there's a lot of West Ham fans that won't go back there now because of it. What's your thoughts on the stadium? Sorry to interrupt you, James. I just want to
Yeah, it's always been a contentious situation for our fans. You know, a lot of fans remember Upton Park, the bowling. We left there and it's the promises that came with it. You know, this stadium would attract better players. This stadium would attract like a better standard of football. Arguably, we haven't seen that. Fair enough, we've won the Europa League conference, but I mean, the board were talking about Champions League back when we moved. And I think for a lot of fans, it's just disheartening because the stadium isn't what Upton Park was. And I know, and you talk about different generations of fans, like your boy there will probably see Tottenham Stadium now as like, oh, this new thing. But for us and like sort of our generation, you know, you can't help but think that magic has been lost moving. And I just think they could do a better job in many situations. You know, talk about moving the seats forward, talk about building the atmosphere. Then you've got to talk about like the standard of football you're watching. You know, I was a season ticket holder for 4 years, 2 at the new stadium, and you expect a certain caliber of football you'll be watching with that. I mean, if we get relegated, what's going to happen in that stadium? They go on about
this is
the
what
attendance.
I was going to ask Johnny from an outside perspective. Do you think that West Ham are in big trouble?
I do. I always look every season with West Ham. Is there 3 teams worse than them that will go down? I am struggling, and I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful, but unless they change, I mean, Potter really, I'm really not sure what he's doing there, if he's the right man or not. The only player I would take now from West Ham is Bowen. I think he's got a touch of class. But I think Burnley are worse than West Ham. I think Leeds possibly. And then I'm struggling after that. Maybe Wolves. So I think West Ham, if you don't go down, I think you may survive. But you can't keep surviving every season. You've got to, as you said, you've got to have a structure there. Karen Brady seems to be running the place into the ground. I heard her interview about when you sold Kudos to Tottenham, and she said, "Well, he didn't have a really good season." Well, that's a ridiculous comment to make because obviously he wasn't happy there. But
I think, and as well, players have bad seasons, which is fine.
Yeah.
And but he had a good start of the season with us, and arguably we didn't have many players that had good seasons last year because where did we finish? 14th or whatever it was, and it was only because you and Man United were focused on the Europa League that your form both probably dipped more, and we crept out of the bottom sort of like 16th, 15th spot. But no, I mean, again, she shouldn't. She's always been talking about certain things. She is the. Fans are just annoyed with it all. They talk a good game, but they don't deliver. Like what you were just saying about Levy, Tottenham, you've got your gripes with the board and how they do things. You think, I guess, from what you were saying, you feel that they're a little bit, I don't know, penny pinching over certain deals rather than get it done. With our board, well, we're even worse. We're not even prepared. We're trying to bid for the Southampton guy, upping it by 2 million. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a big issue there. And that stadium, I mean, well, it's an athletic stadium, isn't it? That's what it is.
I think with West Ham, they were just trying to keep up with the rest, as in stadiums, and that was their only option to get a cheap deal. I think rather than just demolishing and rebuilding, and then you're getting out loans from banks and stuff like that, or it was probably the cheapest option for them, weren't it?
Well, also, I wouldn't even say the cheapest. It's more, what are they making money from? And it was probably more profitable for them to get rid of the stadium, rent one, and then put all housing on where Upton Park was, or flats, or whatever it is now. But let's not kid ourselves. It was more profit, I think, at the end of the day, that spoke for that decision than anything else. And it's just disheartening for someone who went over there, and there's fans older than me. They're not going to renew their season tickets. There's a lot of loyal fans for West Ham that that now are not going to go to the matches because of all these factors, and they start at the top, and that's the issue.
I agree.
Just
very quickly on Stratford. I mean, Tottenham, when we were talking about moving, Stratford was the number one, priority for Tottenham, and we were well against it. Not because it was that, it's because it was in your territory, and it's like, well, we don't want from there. And in the end, he built on that. But if you look at the Emirates, where they moved from Highbury to Emirates, Tottenham from White Hart Lane, they sort of progressed with stadiums. I just think West Ham have gone backwards with that stadium, and it's like, well, you don't own it, do you? You rent it. So
and that's part of where the steps would be to be like, well, how can we make that home? How can we improve it? Well, buy it for a kickoff. Not only that, you've got the seating issue, bringing the. I mean, I don't know what the rules and regulations are, but I think we're kind of hands are tied because we don't own the stadium, so we can't very well go around changing seats and doing this, that, and the other. It's tied to other things like athletics and concerts, and until that gets resolved, then we're going to have the same issues that we are having. And the stadium's a bit of a thing, It all starts with a football on the pitch, and the football on the pitch is pretty shocking. Now, Potter took over last year, and I'm sort of thinking, he's got a great opportunity. He starts the season fresh. Are we actually seeing anything that would assume he's had that time? It looks like a new manager to me in the league. We haven't got the players in, and I mean, how long do you need? And that is, for me at the moment, the big bugbear. You talk about we're in danger of going down, and I think a lot of fans with a bit of sense see that, because where are the three worst teams in us? I'd put Brentford in there just because they've lost.
I was going to say I missed Brentford out. Sorry, they look in trouble as well. But I think, I'll be honest, I think you may just survive, but this is it.
It seems like this is what West Ham are now, just that clinging on to survival, isn't it? Like every season right now, they're like Everton probably will do a lot better than last season or the last couple of seasons, but they're another team as well that they kind of cling on at the moment just to safety.
and they've got a good manager in Moyes, and this is another talking point that happened in the week with certain fans saying, "Oh, see, we should have kept Moyes." No, any fan who's got a bit of like progression in their mind, no, we shouldn't have kept Moyes. He won us a trophy. He'll forever be, held in high regard. He did a lot of bad things to West Ham as well. I mean, what squad did Lopetegui inherit? Not a very good one. How did he increase the value of players? Well, we didn't play him. He kept a small squad. Didn't maximise the fringe players. We're getting rid of Benrahma, Fornals on a cheap. So he wasn't the answer. And I think that kind of is frustrating as well. I didn't want Moyes out per se, but I mean, I couldn't see him finishing higher up with us. And, we would dip him in our league form. And the trophy kind of hid a lot of sort of cracks that were going on in the league. So it's just a nightmare, James, and Johnny.
And I think the problem that you've had now is a lot of your players that were that kind of backbone to the team have now gone, have left. You've got Kudus gone, and like you say, you've only got Bowen there now. It's you're not really doing much business at the moment, so it's looking like
as well. I think that they're the two, aren't they? Paquetá and Bowen, and now that he's cleared of the betting stuff, so I think that's something gone from there. But I mean, Souček, I don't know how long he's going to go on for. I mean, Fornals, I'm glad he left because he always scored against us every time. He scored the equaliser in that 3-3 game in COVID when we were 3-0 up. I'm sure he came on.
That was Lanzini. That was Lanzini who scored the bar and in. Yeah.
Honestly. And that just goes to show you've kept a lot of players around for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of a good thing. It's good to have like those professionals who know the identity of the club and bring it forward. Creswell was like that. Noble obviously was like that. James Collins was like it. And I'm quite happy for those characters to stay around and show people what it means to be a player at the club and all that sort of stuff. But we got rid of Creswell. We got rid of Fabianski. We got rid of Soufal. So now you'd argue Bowen. Now he's still a kind of, I wouldn't say he's a new player, but he's been there, I don't know, 4 years is it now or something? And he's the one that we're looking at because of his performances and everything else. And, I just think it's a sad, it beggars belief how we are just in the state we are from top to bottom, identity of the club, the players on the pitch and the board who just will not do any business that will keep us in the league, it seems.
Yeah.
And who did you say you've got? You got playing Bournemouth?
Chelsea.
We've got a nice easy game against Chelsea.
Oh God, no, that's there's no hope, is there? I don't think. But then, mind you, though, Chelsea didn't play that well against Palace. So I think let's talk about Chelsea quickly because they've had all this hype because of the club world champions, and they won the Conference League that is basically the Mickey Mouse of Europe. And do you think I'm going to give this to Izzy? Do you think that we've actually stimulated Chelsea with this, and really the cracks are still there, and there's nothing to fill it in with?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see the game, but I heard they didn't play well. But they have had a lot of games as well, and they've got some new players that have come in. I still think, I think my prediction was they'd finish third in the league. That may have been a little bit optimistic because Arsenal look good. I know they had a tough game against Man U, but I get what you're saying.
There was a bit tough. I just thought we were rubbish.
Well, they look quite lively for one. Whenever I used to watch Man U, like that, and Mbeumo and Cunha, at least they were giving them, some movement and stuff. Before Man U were quite pedestrian. But with Chelsea, I just think that I get your point. There is a little bit of that, but I think they're going to still be good. Once they get their rhythm, I still think they're going to be good. Maybe not challengers.
Johnny, do you think that we've overreacted with all this with Chelsea?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, they're buying players left, right and centre. It seems to me that he's just buying as many as he can, and some of them are going to stick, aren't they? Some of them are going to flop. So, no, I don't. I think they're, let's be honest, we've got to be realistic here, that they do win trophies.
We were just talking about this before, that we're saying that, maybe Eze's just is a good player in maybe a bad team, but Palace haven't been playing that bad, have they then, really?
Yeah, I'm not a great fan of Glasner. A lot of people go, he's great, he's this and that. There's something about him I don't really, I don't know why. But Chelsea, I think They're all right. I don't really like the manager. I think he may depart this season if they're not doing too well. But yeah, they're a bit of a joke club at the minute. I mean, they're just spending money left, right, and centre. But I think they're definitely top four, and I think
Top
third
four,
or fourth is probably about
And all about this
right.
this disallowed goal at the weekend for the being 100. Was it?
Well, I didn't understand it, but it looked like a foul anyway from the.
Because obviously, he's pushing him off him, isn't it? He's pushing him away, like.
I
But
don't know what his fault is of the 100 metres nonsense or the 10 metre. I have no idea. But as
Because
far as I like a foul, the first time I saw it, it looked like it was a foul, and I thought they gave it for that, but they didn't.
what was it? Was this the free kick thing?
From Crystal Palace,
Yeah, didn't he? Wasn't the argument that he encroached the wall or something?
Yeah, this is right. Yeah,
but it looked a foul.
I mean,
anyway. I think it would have. I mean, he's pushed him to create the space for the goal. So
this is what I mean. Like Chelsea struggled in that game.
Yeah, they did.
Let's be honest. The Palace could have easily won that.
Yeah, but it's early doors yet. As Izzy said, they have had a lot of games and things like that. They beat PSG. We weren't far off beating them last week. So, let's see what happens. But I think that you wouldn't expect them to finish any less than fourth.
Yeah. Let's talk about Liverpool quickly. 4-2 against Bournemouth. Federico comes on and he basically scores maybe the winner. What's your thoughts, Johnny, on this one with Liverpool? Do you think they look strong?
I think they're very good going forward. Defensively is an issue for them, and Bournemouth cut them open for that second goal when Semenyo tapped it in. They need to get that sorted out. I think if they sign Gay from Palace, it may help them. Canate, I don't think it's good enough. Van Dijk, not as good as he was.
Canate scored, didn't he? Sorry?
No.
Did he not?
Canate?
No, sorry. No, sorry. Ekitike. Sorry, I'm thinking of Ekitike. Sorry.
So I think this season, going forward, they're fantastic, aren't they? But I still think they'll win the league. But I don't think
they have got some cracks at the back, though, doesn't it? Like Van Dijk doesn't seem his normal self anymore.
Yeah, Florian Wirtz. I mean,
where was he?
Terrible debut.
Yeah.
So,
is it? What do you think about the 4-2? Do you think that Liverpool can be had at? As you can see, that Bournemouth got 2 goals past them, and we were thinking maybe at the beginning of this game that they were going to smash them maybe 6-0, something like that.
Yeah, offensively they're great. Defensively, there's question marks there. I think, Van Dijk going into whatever season he's on now. Robertson, who would have normally otherwise have played some seasons back, is now gone. Like a fringe player, if you like. Alexander-Arnold's gone, so their defence is not what it was, and it's going to be interesting when you think of Arsenal's central defence. It's solid at least, and the defence in general. This one, I think the jury's out for me, and I think they looked a little bit suspect. So, but offensively, they're going to be, as the scoreline would suggest, 4-2. Defence not good, offence good, and I think it's whether teams can actually score more against them than they can score against the other team.
Yeah, of course. Talking about defences and looking poor in the day and whatever. Arsenal, Man United. Obviously, being an Arsenal fan, I was looking at this and going, how did we win this game? We got lucky, I think. 22 shots on target. Like, how can he manage not to score? Like, I mean, Ray was like the saviour of us. But,
made a couple of good saves, Ray.
I mean, if we play like that, obviously, God help us against when we play one of the other big six. Do you know what I mean? And that's actually going to, score because there's no way we're going to like score back. And Gyökeres, he was, you know what? I'm starting to believe, we've made the wrong move here, and I think that. All right, okay, like you say, Johnny, it's probably early days to suss it out just yet. He's still got to adapt. But when you look at a play and you just go, nah, something's not right there.
Well, I did tell you this at the start before you bought him.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, he's at Sporting Lisbon, and again,
I watched Sesko come on, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, we've gone for the wrong player here.
His early doors, again, he looks top heavy, he looks sluggish, he don't look.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, long way to continue. It was shocking, wasn't it? But look, long way to continue as a Spurs fan. Obviously, I want him to flop, but but Man United, I think Man United will be okay. Actually, I don't think they're top 5, but they'll be there or thereabouts. But
like I said, it was just all a bit all over the place. Maybe that he's not used to having this many players in his squad, and he doesn't know what to do with them all. And when he's just even added more. So God help him, what he's going to do. He thinks he's gonna do a pack, doesn't he? And have starting 11 on the bench, but it's not always the case, is it? Let's quickly talk about Tottenham. Obviously, like you 3-0 against Burnley.
Yeah.
Satisfied with the game? Everything looks good. Nothing that you'd like to.
Yeah, there were spells in the game where Burnley were in it. Don't get me wrong, they weren't that bad, but in the end, obviously class above them. Richarlison, who I captained in my fantasy team, got lucky there, got 2, which was great. Kudos. I mean, as you know, Izzy. I mean, he's just different.
It was his first touch.
Yeah, he had
so good that first touch.
His first touch and his skill going past his man, and look good. And like I say, we are a little bit light in certain areas. And that's down to Mr. Levy. So happy with the start. Talk about it in a minute. We've got Man City away on Saturday afternoon, but beat them 4-0 last season. So and they can't beat us. So probably a good time to play them, to be honest.
Yeah. Just a couple of good quick mentions as well before we get into the predictions. Forest winning 3-0. I know your feelings against Forest, Johnny. What did you think? Do you think they're going to be a dark horse? Do you think they're going to be back up there again?
No, mid-table.
Mid-table. You think they're going to drop then? Do you think Europe's going to be too much for them?
Probably, they won't get out of the group stage, will they? Let's be honest.
No.
It's not Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest, is it? Let's not get carried away. I do like, as I said before, I do like Chris Wood. I think he's a great.
He's banging in the goals. Yeah.
West Ham could do him actually. I think West Ham might. That's the kind of West Ham player you need. Someone's going to put it in the back of the net.
He'd probably get injured if he signed for us. We'd be out for like a year. We don't have much. We don't have much luck with forwards. So, no, he is that kind of. He's like a bit old school in his style. I don't mind that. So fair play to him.
Yeah.
Well, very quickly because time is running out. I'd love to go on and talk more about the other games as well. We can get onto them next week, the ones that we missed out and everything. But it is a prediction time now. There is a bit of controversy with the predictions because we did mention that we were going to deduct points on if people didn't come up with teams or couldn't come up with the teams predictions.
Yeah.
So we're going to do away with deductions. Okay. That is fair, isn't it, Johnny?
I think so. Yeah, you miss a game, you miss a game. It happens. But
miss a game, you miss a game.
This week, we're ready, man. We're ready. So,
are we gonna keep the points as they are now, though?
Yeah, keep them as they are for now.
Yeah. So these are the points so far. Johnny is on 5. Myself is on 5, and Jake is on 3. Is it? I think he's on 3.
Jake giving his predictions in, James.
Sorry.
He put his predictions in.
He has put his predictions in. He's given them to me. Okay, so I will ask Izzy what he thinks on each game as we go along. But it's just between us 3. So Izzy, you're just the special guest, and you can have your opinion anyway. So
no
we're going to kick off with West Ham versus Chelsea. Now, because it's your game, Izzy, you can kick us off with your prediction. What you think it's going to be?
So I'm torn between a couple of big results here for the away team. I think it's going to be. I'm going to go 4-1 to Chelsea.
4-1 to Chelsea. Wow. Okay then. So Johnny, we're going to kick off with you with our predictions.
I'm going to Harry go for this one actually, so you can West Ham Chelsea.
3-1
to
Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. There you go.
3-1 Chelsea. And Jake has gone for a 2-0 win Chelsea. I have gone for 2-1. Okay. So
Nice.
moving on to the next game, Brentford versus Aston Villa. Who do you think what do you think's going to go on here?
That's, I know I did tip Brentford to go down, but I would argue that it won't be quite so easy. But I'll go 1-0 Villa.
1-0 Villa. Okay, Johnny, kick us off, mate.
I'll take this one. Yeah, Brentford in free fall. Can't see if Wissa's not going to play. I'm going to go. I'll go 2-0 Villa.
2-0 Villa. Okay, and Jake has gone and he's gone a 2-0 Villa as well. So if this comes in, you share your points.
Yeah.
And I've gone 1-0 Aston Villa. 1-0, sorry, Brentford.
Oof.
So, I've gone the other way, yeah. Bournemouth.
Old.
Bournemouth. This is why I want these points. Bournemouth versus Wolves. Okay, so Izzy, what do you think?
I'm going to go 1-0.
1-0. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny.
I fancy Bournemouth here at home. Wolves are poor. I don't think Bournemouth are a bad side. I'm actually going to go here. You can have this one actually. Bournemouth Wolves.
2-0 Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth. Okay. Jake has gone on this one. He's gone 2-1 Wolves.
Interesting.
Okay. 2-1 Wolves. And I have gone what Izzy said. I've said 1-1 on this game.
Okay. All right.
Moving on to Man City Tottenham. Now, Izzy, I would let you go first in this one just for your thoughts, but I'm going to give it to Johnny straight away as it's his side.
I was waiting for this one. I was ready for Jake on this one. And like I say, we have no fear of Man City. Never have, never will. Beat them 4-0 last season.
Yep.
I don't think it'll be 4-0 this season. So I'm going to go Man City 1, Tottenham 4.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's gone the other way, obviously. He's gone 3-1 Man City.
Oh,
And I have gone Man City 2, Tottenham 1.
Okay.
Izzy, what do you think's gonna happen?
I'm going to go 3-2 to Man City.
3-2 to Man City. Oh, goals galore.
I think there'll be goals in it.
Yeah. Burnley versus Sunderland. So, Izzy, what do you think about this one?
Well, Sunderland played well against us, of course, although it's not difficult. But I would lean towards a Sunderland 2-0 victory.
2-0, yeah, Johnny?
Harry can have this one. Burnley, Sunderland. Good luck with that.
1-0.
1-0. That's fair.
1-0, okay. Jake has gone 3-1 Sunderland, and I've gone 2-0. So moving on to Arsenal versus Leeds. This is my game, so I'm going to go with, we're playing at home 3-1. Izzy, what do you think?
Exactly what I was thinking, 3-1. Yeah.
3-1, yeah.
Minds aligned, yeah.
No problem. Johnny?
0-0.
0-0, okay, 0-0. And Jake has gone 2-0 Arsenal. So Palace versus Forest. We're going to have to just speed it up a little bit because we've run out of time. Palace versus Forest. Izzy?
I'm going to go 0-0.
0-0. Johnny?
Harry, you one. Palace Forest.
Gonna say 3-1 Forest.
3-1 Forest.
3-1 Forest. Johnny? Sorry, Jake has gone. He has gone, where is it? 2-2. He's gone 2-2 with that one. Everton versus Brighton. Is he?
I'm going to go with 1-0 Brighton.
1-0 Brighton. Yeah. Okay. Johnny?
There's no way Everton are losing that new stadium. Not a chance. Not a chance they're going to lose. So I'm going to go Everton 0, Brighton 2.
And I've got 2-2, so a draw is all round for me. Fulham versus Manchester United, is he?
I'm going to go 1-0 United.
1-0 United, okay, Johnny?
Harry, you could have this one. Fulham Man United.
2-2.
2-2.
2-2. And he has gone, Jake has gone, Man United. Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone 1-1. Okay. And I've gone 2-1 Man United. And the final game, Liverpool versus Newcastle, absolute banger here. And because of Isaac. Izzy, what are you going for, mate?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool, Johnny?
God. Goals fest. Let's have a 4-3 Liverpool. Let's go splash the boat out. Yeah.
4-3 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay. I've
Right.
gone 3-0 Liverpool. And Jake has gone 2-1 Liverpool. So that is our predictions for the week. Just enough time to see us out for the show. Izzy, mate, it was an absolute pleasure having you on the show, mate. We will
Thanks
get you
again for
back
having me,
on
mate.
in the future,
Cheers.
and I
Thank
will
you.
have you on one-on-one fan talk as well. Possibly maybe when Arsenal, or when you're playing a big team like Arsenal. Uh, but look, listen, lads, thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure. To our fantastic duo, Harry and Johnny, thank you very much. Our special guest, Izzy, thank you. And we shall see you next time on One Way Football's Matchweek Madness, same time on Friday morning. And enjoy the weekend, lads. I hope you have a good time watching your teams play. And we shall speak to you very, very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. We'll see you later. Peace out.
Bye bye.
See ya.